What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. Alright guys, we're going to be doing something that I haven't done in a very long time, and that is talking about the upcoming gachas that I'm most looking forward to in 2024. I have done a review in terms of the gachas that I'm currently playing, the ones that I'm testing, and the ones that I just am absolutely disappointed in, but I think it's only fair we also look at some of the gachas I'm looking forward to and ones that I have high hopes for. So let's start off with the first one, and this IP is near and dear to my heart because I am a huge Seven Deadly Sins fan. If you don't know, I played Grand Cross for a very long time before I was a content creator, and I was wailing quite a bit actually, and then I ended up giving up because it was just too grindy. So let's start off with Seven Deadly Sins. This new game is going to be an open world RPG, very similar to Genshin, using the IP for Seven Deadly Sins. You guys can see here Elizabeth right there, and we have ourselves Hawk, and then there's Meliodas, and a character that I am very much looking forward to using, obviously. And this game is going to be one that comes out on many different platforms, which is going to be huge. It's going to be out for PS5, PC, I believe, mobile, as well as maybe Xbox. I'm just trying to remember if that was one of them. The game looks absolutely gorgeous. There's Gunther there, and then we have one of the demons here, obviously. The gameplay looks very much like a puzzle action RPG oriented one with characters. I don't know how the gacha is going to be, but from what I'm seeing here, you're going to see co-op as well too. And if you guys did see any of my videos for One Punch Man World, it's going to be one of those games that are similar to that. And of course, if you play Genshin, then you probably see that's going to be a part of this as well too in terms of the open world. But the beauty of this, of course, is the fact that it is the Seven Deadly Sins IP, and at the same time, it looks like you're going to be able to play with your friends, unlike a lot of what Genshin Impact has to offer, which is a lot of solo play and exploring. This looks like it might be more in tune with storylines, some original stories as well too, and I'm very much looking forward to see what they do with the game, because it looks absolutely beautiful. And man, mobile games are starting to look so good. It's kind of scary actually, as a matter of fact, because I feel like my phone and my tablet and everything else will not be able to handle any of this without blowing up. So first game on the docket, guys, is going to be Seven Deadly Sins Origin. It is supposed to be releasing this year. I hope there isn't an official date. There's King. But if it does release, best bet, this is going to be one of the games I absolutely play and cover. Alright guys, moving over to the next game. Alright guys, next up on the list is going to be Weathering Waves. Now if you have not heard of this game, you might be living under a rock. This game has been one of the most hyped games for quite some time. It's been through the wazoo in terms of testing. A lot of people had a chance to play it. Unfortunately, I never got into it. But this game is the same company that makes Punishing Gray Raven. If you know anything about them, they excel in action RPGs. This game looks absolutely stunning. Like, I'm talking about graphically, it is so advanced. It looks very similar to what Honkai Star Rail looks like to me, but with action unparalleled. Like, we're talking about different classes, different moves, flashiness. We're talking about combos that look seamless and amazing. A storyline that goes with it as well too, that you actually want to engage in. I've seen a lot of gameplay for this game, and it just, every single time I see it, it just impresses me more and more. So a lot of people are going to compare this to like ZZZ, which is also coming out very soon. I'm not going to be playing that game. I think it's going to be inferior to this personally. So I know it is a Hoyoverse game, which is obviously comes with a big marquee title. But I think Punishing Gray Raven is probably the best action RPG I've played on mobile ever. And I'm looking forward for this game to kind of take up that mantle and pretty much run with it for quite some time. There's only one other action RPG game I'm looking forward to more than this, and that is going to be the next one we cover. So Wuthering Waves, guys, one of the biggest titles coming out in 2024. I can imagine some of the biggest content creators will be covering this, and I'm assuming many of you have also been waiting for this as well too. I am absolutely going to be playing this, whether it's on mobile or PC or some sort of PC client. It's most likely going to be on the PC, but it is going to definitely come out for mobile as well. Alright guys, moving on to the next one. Alright guys, next up on the list is going to be a game made by Netmarble. Now, if you are a Netmarble fan, you kind of know what it's all about. The gacha systems are always going to be there, monetization is always going to be there, but they produce very high quality games, and this mono is one that I am a big fan of. And the anime just came out. So Solo Leveling Arise is now going to be the game that I'm probably looking forward to most in 2024. If you are a fan of the anime, if you're a fan of the manhwa, then you know what you're going to expect. You're going to expect gore, you're going to expect monsters, you're going to expect dungeons, you're going to expect epic battles, some cool weapons, And the way Netmarble makes games, I have to admit, I'm always a big fan of. The only caution I have, of course, is the monetization and the free-to-play. But they have proved that they can do free-to-play fairly well if they want to. If you have checked out the new Tower of God game that they created, it wasn't that bad for free-to-play. That free-to-play could, in fact, enjoy it. Where they kind of were a little messed up on was the PvP, obviously. And if you were a whale, you were spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm hoping with the way this game looks, and this game is actual in-game scene footage, number one, it doesn't destroy the battery on my phone, doesn't heat it up too much. And number two, that there is, in fact, going to be a client that we can play on our PC or PS5 or whatever console we play, because the game looks like it would be absolutely atrocious to play with a touchscreen, but would look incredibly good on a client of some sort with a controller. I'm for sure going to be playing this game, guys. This is going to be the biggest hype game for me of 2024. So if you're looking for the next big Manuel game, Solo Leveling Arise is what you're going to be expecting to drop. Hopefully this year. It was supposed to be last year. So if anything, this game is the one that's going to make the big splash for me personally. All right, guys, moving on to the next one. All right, guys, next up we have AFK Journey. That's right, the game I've actually covered and had a chance to play in beta. I am absolutely in love with this game. The only reason why I stopped making videos on it, there's actually two. Number one, I was working with the dev team to set up a sponsorship of some sort or do some sort of videos for them. And number two, I didn't want to play too far ahead of you guys. I know a lot of you guys who were watching these videos were very interested in the game and wanted to actually participate, and I didn't want to get too far ahead because I actually want to play alongside you guys. But AFK Journey uses the famous IP from AFK Arena and does it 10 times better in my opinion. Number one, the game has a ton of exploration. The map are gorgeous. Like, there's treasure everywhere, there's mobs, there's puzzles, there is training situations, there's bosses, there's things you can unlock, things you can explore, there's secret dungeons. So the game pretty much has it all for a mobile RPG that you would be looking for. If you're into exploration and good combat and team building, AFK Journey is going to be the game for you. Not only does it host beautiful and stunning graphics, but it has some of the best character designs I've ever seen in any game, especially one that's a gacha. And the actual gacha system itself on beta was actually pretty generous. You can play very free to play and actually get like completely through the storyline without any problems. Where you kind of find the pay to win aspect, of course, like any other gacha, is going to be in the PvP mode. That's something I didn't focus on very much because I was too busy exploring the world and enjoying the storyline and the characters that the game had to offer. Now, there are many different factions. There's the undead, there's the beast tribe, there's the humans, the alliance, etc. Right? So there's going to be a lot of options for you to play, a lot of characters for you to choose from. And if you are a fan of the AFK Arena IP, you're going to feel right at home with most of these characters being present from that game into this one, but with a whole new flair and a whole new set of moves and skills and graphics for you to enjoy. So AFK Arena, that's a big one. It's dropping March actually of 2024, officially announced March 27th. So guys, I'll see you in this game when it drops.